Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Libra. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your week starting April 5th, 2021. And just a quick heads up for all y'all Libra people out there, if you are a part of my Patreon as a supporter, thank you, by the way, for being a supporter. Your weekly bonus astrology report will be up here at the end of tonight. So Saturday, as I'm recording this, and so stay tuned for that. And remember, we are doing double passes when it comes to our weekly horoscope. So we're looking at 2 events or 2 themes that are going to be showing up in each area of your life. So what's going on when it comes to the astrology that I want to talk about in this video? Well, this next week, actually the next 2.5 to 3 weeks, is very much impacted by Mercury's very recent move into Aries. And this happened just a few hours ago. So Mercury, the planet of communications, haste, speed, intelligence, has moved into your 7th house of partnerships, closest one-on-one relationships. Again, that's the boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you spend your closest one-on-one time with or have your closest one-on-one ties with. With Mercury in this part of your chart, we are actually speeding up the maturation and evolution of all of these partnerships, opening up lines of communication, tearing down walls in communication, as well as speeding up the maturation of any joint processes, joint goals, any kind of journeys that we have embarked on together, whether it is towards a big milestone or maybe a chapter change or even the resolution of something old. But with Mercury in the 7th house, you're also going to have a lot of new people coming into your life that can also actually fill these roles. So if you're looking for a new business partner, you're looking for a new roommate, you're looking for a new romantic partner. When Mercury in the 7th house, we often find people that have the same sensibilities as us. And if we are already engaged in these commitments, we also have opportunities to now get everyone on the same page as us, whoever may be in those, commitments with us as we walk into this Mercury and Aries period. So what's going on when it comes to your cards? Well, for your spiritual themes, you have the 5 of Wands reversed and the 3 of Pentacles upright. And I feel like these are actually 2 sides of the same coin. So I'm going to be kind of bouncing back and forth in my interpretation here. Because with the 5 of Wands reversed, I'm seeing a lot of peace being brought into your space, being brought into all environments of your life, but not by pacifying the environment, but actually bringing you a lot of opportunities to leave unhealthy spaces or relationships, teams and groups and communities that routinely refresh unhealthy conditions, dysfunctional, disharmonious and unbalanced behavior, and anything where you have been forced to fight and compete to create a space that is balanced and free of toxicity. And the cool thing about the 5 of Wands reversed is that the ceasefire is here. So a lot of these competitions for this, a lot of these energies are just going to dim down. And it's important to know when to call it, right? Especially when it comes to this card, because let's face it, some people, they honestly know that they're unfunctional and unbalanced, and they're looking for somebody to just kind of be a nurse to that. They're not really going to yield or work with you. And with the Five of Wands reversed, you have no, pressure or obligation to continue to fight a chronic villain in their own story. This is a week with the Three of Pentacles where you are getting a chance to be welcomed by the community you'd rather spend more time with. Now, whether these are friends you wish you could work more closely with, different areas of your field that actually appeal to you more harmonious environments and atmospheres in your family life or in your love life, because seeing the actual, greener pasture, allowing yourself to be taken in, and you are going to be welcomed in with open arms, is something that you're totally encouraged to do. And with the Three of Pentacles upright, you're also going to notice a lot of gifts coming your way that are actually going to be enhancing the quality of life in a way that they could not even be given a chance to get started going to work for you if you stayed in those disharmonious engagements or disharmonious relationships. As we get on to your material shifts when it comes to your work, your job, your finances, anything to do with maybe your living situation and practical affairs, you do have the Knight of Cups reversed and the Hermit reversed. And with the Knight of Cups reversed, I do feel like this could be a fairly tense week, especially as it relates to a situation where we may have to, on our way out, unstick a lot of ourselves, a lot of our work, and any of our financial professional priorities from either one person or maybe more than one person that has actually become an unhealthy influence on that entire story. Because I'm seeing with the Knight of Cups reversed, somebody has either gotten too close for comfort or has begun to intrude or be an interference in and of themselves as it relates to a work or financial process that you've got going on, maybe again in your living situation. And with the Knight of Cups reversed, it does look like this may be a situation where a person is doing it looking for advantages for themselves, either not knowing or not caring. That means siphoning off of you. And so a release and a clearing is absolutely called for here. As we get onto the Hermit card reversed, however, it's not all unpleasant news. We actually have some beautiful news as it looks like a lot of you are going to be getting into a space where you're having almost like a 15 minutes of fame window if you want to take it. Because the Hermit card reversed is lifting you out of the audience and putting you up on stage. I'm actually seeing a lot of people coming out of the woodwork for you at this time, especially those that may actually be offering to escort you in that very Three of Pentacles way to a better working situation, a better living situation, or a financial opportunity that is a much better match and something that's going to start paying off much more quickly than something that you keep trying to make work for you now. The Hermit card reversed is also showing up where trusted allies that maybe you don't normally work with very closely or haven't had a chance to in recent history are also showing up to really kind of do a number on what you've considered to be your professional and financial normal. And it does feel very much like a mission to get you onward and upward to something that is much more prosperous. As we get on to your community, we talk about friends, relatives, again, the guys, the girls, your platonic support system, family. These cards, we got the Seven of Cups reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed. And with the Seven of Cups reversed, I do feel, let me see here. There is going to be a great deal of social pruning going on, which makes sense with that Five of Wands reversed. A lot of you are actually, I think the social pruning with the Seven of Cups reversed I'm not sure if this has to do with you, kind of cutting somebody or an entire group or an entire clique off, or if this is you actually choosing to maybe take a lot of your focus away from a large group of people and bring it down to maybe just a choice few good friends or good people that have already proven themselves. Because the Seven of Cups reversed is indicating that there is a new way that you are doing friendships this week, and we are clearing out a lot of fluff. There is going to be a bit of a purge, because I do feel like you're going to notice a lot of people that may have been supporting you or playing around with supporting you or just kind of being there can't do it the way they said they would, or are just not, maybe not actually very sincere in the way that they've been bringing that to the table. I'm not saying everyone has necessarily been lying, but it's time for you to really, again, tighten your belt, go put everything through a bit of a sift. The Seven of Cups reversed is also indicating here that there is going to be news of some kind of contract or some kind of commitment that is going to be put on the table for you that is going to free you from maybe a search or some kind of journey that you have been on that didn't seem to have any kind of end. So there's a link also coming your way. And maybe as you accept that link or move in the direction, a lot of people start to drop off. We also have the Ace of Cups reversed. Not all, friendships and things like that are going away. The Ace of Cups reversed is indicating actually there is an opportunity to heal a relationship or heal a connection, as somebody needs to really open their heart up. You and either a friend or a relative who've never really completely taken down their barriers with each other, even though it would be good to do so, are going to get a chance to do that this week. And sometimes when that barrier comes down, that wall is gone, we have a completely new person that we are dealing with. Something where it's like, oh my goodness, I didn't know it could be this good. I didn't know we could be this compatible. I didn't know that we could be this good to each other. But it's about shedding the environmental influences, the family influences, the peer pressure influences that may have gotten in the way. That needs to happen first. And I think you're going to get a chance to do that this week. As we get on to your challenges, you've got the Four of Cups reversed and the Lovers reversed. Now with the Four of Cups reversed, I am seeing a lot of you Libra people are going to find that a lot of the stuff that's coming up this week is going to feel pretty disruptive. It's going to feel like, even if it's a good thing, like the Hermit reversed and the Three of Pentacles, that it's all throwing your whole schedule, your whole routine, your whole normal out of whack. But with the Four of Cups reversed, it's also important to understand that maybe that is completely crucial. I am seeing as well with the Lovers card reversed, there is going to be a need to pay attention to where certain commitments or certain ongoing agreements or alliances that you have going into this week are going to reveal themselves to not be win-wins. They're not actually providing an equivalent exchange. It's almost a situation where the longer we stay, the more we lose. And with the Lovers reversed, this may require you to either start rewriting some boundaries around certain people, or maybe even cutting off, very much like we've been talking about this whole time. When it comes to love and relationships, you've got the Four of Pentacles upright and the Eight of Wands in reverse. And it feels like a lot of you are going to be finding out about something that has maybe been going on, that a partner has been either trying to preserve or protect by keeping it very low key. Now, it could be something that they have been not necessarily sure about how to share. It might not necessarily be something that has to do with you and your partner. This could be something that they've been sworn to secrecy to, because it's like, okay, this person's my brother and I promised I wouldn't say anything to anyone. This person's my dad. I promised I wouldn't say anything to anyone. And that is perfectly, okay. But with the Four of Pentacles, I do feel that there is going to be some of that information leaking out. And I do think that you will be able to, if you handle this with grace and civility, okay, if you go crazy, they have every reason to keep it from you. that they will actually open up and share. Now, the Four of Pentacles, for those of you who are single and available, are most likely going to meet somebody that is actually going to want to chat and take things very, very slowly. I do feel, again, they are holding their cards very, very close to their chest. And I definitely would recommend, taking every step with a grain of salt, just in case, there is something going on, and we want to make sure that we are being respectful of that. Because again, I'm not getting anything scandalous here, but I am seeing that this might be something that, is a sign that this person's energies are really tied up elsewhere. We also have the Eight of Wands reversed, which is indicating relationships and love and all of that stuff this week is going to be slowing down for a bit of a revision, a bit of a rethink, which is interesting because we've got Mercury in your 7th house talking about speeding everything up. With the Eight of Wands reversed here, I feel like what's happening is that a lot of things that have gotten off track, or maybe a lot of relationship developments, new and existing, that have maybe been going at a pace that is not necessarily serving in the highest interest of all concerned, are going to be going through a massive communication and velocity adjustment this week. But with the Eight of Wands reversed, it's just for this week. If we allow this, constructive opportunity to do its thing, we will be back on course as we get into the beginning of next week. Some of you may also be getting news, especially when it comes to people that you've been seeing casually, or people that you are crushing on, maybe even the Four of Pentacles person, that actually gives you a bit of insight into what's really going on with them, but you won't be able to do anything with that information until probably this week is over. So that is what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, y'all go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.